Someone left this comment under my last video: if you want the world to look like Haiti, support black supremacy. This comment reveals something important, not about Haiti, but about how little we're taught about one of the most consequential stories in human history. So let's talk about what actually happened in Haiti, and more importantly, what happened to Haiti. Before we discuss modern Haiti, we need to understand what the Haitian Revolution actually was. In 1791, Saint-Domingue was the wealthiest colony in the world. It produced 40% of the world's sugar and over half its coffee. But this wealth came from one of history's most brutal slavery systems. Enslaved Africans were literally worked to death. The mortality rate was so high that the colony required constant imports of new enslaved people to maintain its population. When enslaved Haitians rose up in 1791, they weren't fighting for black supremacy. They were fighting to not be property. They were fighting against a system where they could be tortured, raped, and murdered with impunity. The revolution was led by extraordinary figures like Toussaint Louverture, often called the Black George Washington. And notice that? Even one of the greatest military and political minds in history has to be compared to a white man to be considered legitimate. Toussaint was a brilliant strategist who outmaneuvered French, Spanish, and British forces. He established a constitution, restored the economy, and proved that formerly enslaved people could govern themselves with sophistication and skill. But when Toussaint became too powerful, Napoleon Bonaparte, who was busy conquering Europe, sent 40,000 troops to retake Saint-Domingue and reinstate slavery. Napoleon had Toussaint captured through deception and imprisoned in France, where he died in 1803. Napoleon failed. The revolution continued under leaders like Jean-Jacques Dessalines and Henri Christophe, and on January 1, 1804, Haiti declared its independence. They won. Against France, Spain, and Britain, Haiti became the first nation in the Western Hemisphere to permanently abolish slavery, and the first black republic in the world. You know the saying, "The enemy of my enemy is my friend." But what about when enemies become friends? Because they share an enemy. Spain, Britain, France, and the United States didn't agree on much. They were literally at war with each other during various points in this period. But they all agreed on one thing. A successful black republic was unacceptable. Think about what Haiti represented. Every slave-holding society was built on the lie that black people were naturally inferior, incapable of self-governance, and that slavery was the natural order. Haiti shattered that lie completely. Haiti proved that enslaved people could not only win their freedom, but build a nation. For the United States, which wouldn't abolish slavery for another 61 years, Haiti was terrifying. Thomas Jefferson, despite his rhetoric about liberty, refused to recognize Haiti and imposed a trade embargo. The last thing American slaveholders wanted was for enslaved people to hear about Haiti's success. For European colonial powers, Haiti threatened the entire economic system that their empires were built on, a system that depended on slavery and the myth of racial hierarchy. So even while these empires competed with each other, they united in their determination to ensure Haiti would not succeed. Because if Haiti succeeded, it would prove that the entire ideology of white supremacy was a lie, and they couldn't allow that. France, devastated by the loss of its wealthiest colony, refused to recognize Haiti's independence. In 1825, French warships appeared in Port-au-Prince harbor with a demand: pay 150 million francs, or return to slavery. That's roughly $21 billion in today's money. Now think about what happens when a new nation is threatened like this. Normally, you'd expect other countries to come to their defense, right? Allies, trading partners, someone. But Haiti had no one. Remember, every major power had already decided that Haiti's success was a threat to their own interests. The United States wouldn't even recognize Haiti's existence. Britain and Spain still had their own slave colonies to protect. There was no powerful ally to tell France, back off. No one to impose consequences for this extortion. Haiti was completely isolated. So when French warships arrived with this ultimatum, Haiti had a choice: financial ruin or a return to slavery. They chose to pay. Haiti was forced to pay France for the property France lost, meaning Haiti had to pay for their own freedom, for themselves. This debt crippled Haiti's economy for over a century. Haiti didn't finish paying it off until 1947. Let that sink in. Haiti paid France for 122 years for the crime of refusing to be enslaved. And this wasn't just about money. To pay France, Haiti had to take out loans from French banks at interest rates that enriched those same banks. The debt forced Haiti to dedicate enormous portions of its national budget to payments instead of building schools, infrastructure, or developing its economy. Meanwhile, every other nation in the Americas that gained independence during this era, all led by white elites, was recognized and integrated into the global economy. Haiti alone was punished, because Haiti alone had committed the unforgivable act of being black and free. But the debt was just the beginning. The United States refused to recognize Haiti for 60 years, terrified that the example of a successful slave revolt would inspire enslaved people in America. When the U.S. finally did engage with Haiti, it was often through force. In 1915, the U.S. militarily occupied Haiti and stayed for 19 years. During this occupation, American forces reinstated forced labor, dissolved Haiti's parliament when it refused to allow foreign land ownership, and rewrote Haiti's constitution to benefit American corporations. The U.S. also centralized Haiti's wealth in Port-au-Prince, a pattern that contributed to the urban-rural divide that still destabilizes the country. After the occupation ended, Haiti struggled with political instability, partly because the U.S. had dismantled Haiti's military and replaced it with a constabulary that became a tool of repression. Enter François Papa Doc Duvalier and his son Jean-Claude Baby Doc, dictators who ruled Haiti from 1957 to 1986 through terror and corruption. The Duvaliers' private militia murdered tens of thousands. And yet, because they were anti-communist, the United States supported them. U.S. aid to Haiti actually increased under the Duvalier, propping up a brutal regime that looted the country's treasury. When Haiti finally elected Jean-Bertrand Aristide, a progressive priest, in 1990, he was overthrown within months by a military coup. The U.S. supported his return, but only after he agreed to structural adjustment programs that forced Haiti to open its markets, particularly to American rice. This devastated Haiti's rice farming industry, destroying local agriculture and increasing dependence on imports. Aristide was elected again in 2000. In 2004, he was removed from power under disputed circumstances, with claims that the U.S. played a role in his ouster. In 2010, a devastating earthquake killed over 200,000 people. The international community pledged billions in aid, but much of that money never reached Haitians. It went to international contractors and non-governmental organizations. The American Red Cross raised nearly $500 million and claimed to have built homes for 130,000 people. Investigations revealed they built just 6 permanent homes. Meanwhile, UN peacekeepers introduced cholera to Haiti, a disease the country hadn't seen in over a century, killing nearly 10,000 people. The UN took 7 years to even acknowledge responsibility. So when someone says, if you want the world to look like Haiti, support black supremacy, they're revealing that they know nothing about Haiti's actual history. Haiti doesn't struggle because of black supremacy, whatever that even means in this context. Haiti struggles because it was economically strangled from birth by a debt imposed for daring to be free. It was politically undermined by Western powers who saw a successful black republic as a threat to white supremacy and colonial capitalism. It was militarily occupied, its government repeatedly overthrown, and its economy manipulated to serve foreign interests. It's been treated as a laboratory for exploitation, rather than a neighbor deserving solidarity. Haiti isn't a cautionary tale about black self-governance. It's a cautionary tale about what happens when global powers punish a nation for refusing to accept oppression. If this video taught you something new about Haiti's history, do me a favor, share it. Send it to someone who needs to hear this story. Post it in response to the next person who tries to use Haiti as an example of anything other than what happens when the world punishes Black liberation. And if you want to see more videos covering true Black history, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Drop a comment and let me know, what part of Haiti's history shocked you the most? Thanks for watching.